At minus 55 degrees Celsius, the Mongolian steppe becomes one of the deadliest environments on Earth. Survival here depends entirely on the engineering of the portable home known as the Gyi. These structures are designed to withstand hurricane-force winds and extreme sub-zero temperatures. The process begins by selecting a flat site shielded from the direct path of the north wind. A stone foundation prevents the wooden frame from sinking into the permafrost. The walls are made of lightweight larch wood, connected by flexible rawhide pins. This lattice design allows the structure to absorb wind pressure without snapping. The circular shape is key. It has no flat surfaces for the wind to catch and tear. Every component of the gur is standardized to ensure fast assembly during a storm. The roof ring is the heart of the structure, acting as both a chimney and a sundial. These poles connect the heavy crown to the flexible lattice walls. Once all poles are in place, the weight of the roof ring locks the walls into a solid unit. This tension belt prevents the walls from spreading outward under the weight of the roof. The wooden frame is now a self-supporting dome that requires no internal nails or bolts. Insulation is provided by multiple layers of felt, a natural material that traps air. Sheep's wool contains lanolin, making the felt naturally water-resistant and windproof. The first layer of felt provides the primary thermal barrier against the frozen air. In minus 55-degree weather, up to 4 layers of felt are added to maintain internal heat. Yak hair ropes do not lose their strength or become brittle in extreme cold. The outer white canvas reflects the sun and sheds melting snow to keep the felt dry. Doors always face south to minimize the entry of cold air from the northern winds. Sealing the base prevents ground-level drafts from cooling the floor. Inside, the temperature must be raised from minus 55 to a livable range instantly. The stove is the only heat source, positioned in the dead center for even distribution. The chimney passes through the tunnel, venting smoke while keeping the heat inside. On the treeless steppe, dried animal dung is the primary fuel for survival. Dung burns slowly and consistently, providing a steady heat that radiates through the felt. Layers of skins and rugs isolate the living space from the frozen ground. Within 30 minutes, the internal temperature can reach 20 degrees Celsius. While the storm rages at minus 55 outside, the interior remains a stable microclimate. High-fat nutrition is essential for the body to generate its own internal heat. The Mongolian diet in winter consists almost entirely of meat and fat. This steam adds humidity, preventing the dry winter air from cracking the wood. Mongolian horses are evolved to survive these temperatures without man-made shelter. The animal's survival is as critical as the humans for the camp's continued existence. The roof flap is adjusted throughout the day to control ventilation and light. The roof flap is adjusted throughout the day to control ventilation and light. At night, the temperature drops further and the wind speeds increase. Sleeping off the ground avoids the coldest air that settles at floor level. A low burning fire is maintained through the night to prevent the interior from freezing. Morning brings the task of clearing the snow that accumulated against the jar walls. Ice must be removed to allow the felt layers to breathe and release moisture. The structural integrity of the jar is checked daily during the peak of winter. Water is obtained by melting blocks of ice harvested from deep rivers. Ice is more efficient to transport than liquid water and won't spill in the wind. This cycle of harvesting ice is a daily necessity for hydration in the dry cold. Winter is the time for repairing the felt and making new winter clothing. The deal is a double-layered robe that acts as a portable sleeping bag. Feet are protected by layers of wool felt, which stays warm even if it gets damp. The openness of the step allows the wind to reach speeds of over 100 kilometers per hour. The aerodynamic dome shape allows the wind to flow over the structure smoothly. Flexible joints allow the jar to move with the wind instead of braking. Fuel management is the difference between life and death in a multi-day storm. The stove is never allowed to go out during the 3 months of deep winter. Emergency care for animals is performed inside secondary, smaller tents. Hot liquids maintain core body temperature and provide necessary minerals. Even in full sunlight, the temperature on the step rarely rises above -30 degrees. The combination of fire heat and wool's natural properties keeps the home dry. Furniture is designed to be modular and fit against the curved lattice walls. Travel on the step is not about fighting nature, but adapting to its rules. The Mongol ger remains one of the most efficient cold weather dwellings ever designed. Simple materials, wood, wool, and leather, create a fortress against the elements. This ancient craft continues to protect life in the most extreme corners of the world.